but I do want to focus on LinkedIn because it is one of the most effective marketing tools right now. So let me share my screen. Actually, first what I want to do is show you where it fits in to the simplest marketing plan because it's not obvious. So here is the simplest marketing plan. This is the in action version, which hopefully most of you have cracked open. And if you have, you'll see in the table of contents, there's a lot of content here with excellent examples. But if you want to get to the actual planner, it starts on page 33. So there's a monthly planner and a weekly planner and some information about how to use it. And then, so the thing about LinkedIn is that it actually fits into all three of the marketing tools. So once you have identified your goals and your target markets, when we look at and think about strategic networking, which is basically like going to a party, going to a place online or off, mostly online these days, where you can find people, your people, who are either your ideal clients and or possible referral sources and or colleagues who might just be good networkers. Because if you can find just a couple really good networkers, that might feed your business quite a bit. So LinkedIn obviously is the social platform for business. That's where the market is. And so that's why people who are spending time there, as the example I shared earlier, are gaining visibility. And sometimes it's really just a matter of timing for that to work. So LinkedIn is excellent for strategic networking. LinkedIn is also perfect for the targeted outreach, which is like reaching out with super customized, hyper-personalized introduction, a campaign basically to the people you are most confident and most competent to serve. And you're reaching out to them. And one of those efforts should be LinkedIn. It could be your first one. It could be your second one. It could be your closing the loop message. These are all in the prospect tracker, which is part of this. But LinkedIn fits nicely also into targeted outreach, of course. And then when it comes to the content marketing, for your email newsletter or your blog or your guest blogging, right? Any of those things could be posted as content on your profile, whether you publish it as an article and or you share it as a post, which is usually gets more engagement that way anyway. But your content marketing also can be used on LinkedIn. But don't worry if you're not sharing your own content, you just don't know what your content should be, you don't have time to create content. It could be enough to share other people's content, to comment on other people's content as well. So that's where it fits into the simplest marketing plan. And then I just want to show you some excellent examples of the way this is happening. So share my screen again. So as I said, the three ways of using LinkedIn are optimizing your profile, expanding your network, and engaging your network. So I want to show you an example for each. This is Jana. She is a literary agent and an illustration agent, as you can see. But what I love about her profile is her about section, because some of you who've heard me talk about LinkedIn and have followed my advice know that one of the things I say is use the word you a lot in your about section and speak directly to your ideal clients. And not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody knows how to do that. And so I wanted to show an example of not using you, but using I instead. And I think Jana does this nicely. So I'll read it to you. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but as you know, the first 3 lines of your about section are the most important because that's all people see unless they click on see more. So her first 2 lines, I love books and spreading the love of ideas. And then this is kind of like a narrative resume. She gives an example of that supports this idea of I love books and spreading the love of ideas. So she says in 2002, I started working in children's book publishing at Scholastic. Together with a colleague and my boss, we founded a new imprint, Graphics, the first children's graphic novel imprint at a major publisher. And then, so she's got 4, 5, count them, different I paragraphs about the things that she loves. So what would your version of this be? I love storytelling and visual media. And then she gives an example from her resume. I love starting new things. Here's an example from her resume. I love challenges. So there's more personality. It's not all about the actual work, but about what's important to her, what she values, and how she lives her life. I love being part of a fast-changing world. The internet has been transforming the world economy at the same time that I've been learning the nuts and bolts of publishing, business, and marketing. It's a remarkable time when the source of business success is changing from powerful broadcast messages to building community. So just a lot of information about her right there in her I statements. So that's optimizing your profile. Then I wanted to show you, I picked out some recent messages that people had sent me just randomly. These are not people I know, but that I thought were not bad if I were in the market for what they're selling, which I'm not. But that's okay because it's all about timing and you're looking for people who are in the market for what you're selling. So here's someone named Jonathan. And I accepted his connection because I accept almost everyone's connection. He says, hi again, Ilise, I'm glad we're connected. I'd love to know more about what you're working on and what's important to you. I'm looking at our mutual connections. I think you'd make a great addition to a roundtable fireside group chat I'm organizing. People will be sharing useful insights, resources, and possibly referrals and connections. What do you think? So he's offering a resource, offering an opportunity that I, if I were interested, could say yes to. I'm not, but that's fine because I'm not a good prospect for him. But you could do this and you're looking for the people who are in their moment of need and would say yes. That's Jonathan. Here's someone. What happened to that? Okay, we lost that one. All right, well, then we'll go to Alicia. I had it there. That's really interesting. All right, well, too bad.
Just refresh your LinkedIn, Ilise. I know sometimes it happens to me.
You
You
think?
can also go up to your messaging tab on the top and find it that way.
Yeah, but I don't want to look for them. So I'll share them another time. But thank you, ladies. And now I'm going to share the third example because now I'm kind of running out of time. And this is from Vivek, who is a B2B fintech writer. And Vivek took a piece of advice that I give to a lot of different people, but it's very labor intensive and many people don't take me up on it, but he did. And this is an example of it. So basically he created a piece of content by interviewing his prospects, right? So it's all about creating a content marketing plan for your B2B business. He says, while most businesses recognize content marketing's importance, few have coherent strategy in place. Here are 5 steps you can execute to get your content marketing strategy up and running. Ezekiel, that is the person that he interviewed and who is quoted in the article. So thank you so much for your insight. And then he tagged a couple of his prospects, interestingly, and said, I loved your take on this as well. What are some of the challenges you faced in the past and how have you overcome them? And then he links to an article which is on his LinkedIn profile and he's published as if it is his blog. So I will share those links in the follow-up message tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. I'll probably send it out on Sunday. But that is one strategy that integrates, here, I'm going to stop sharing. It integrates networking because he's reaching out to his best prospects, targeted outreach because he's reaching out to his best prospects, and content marketing to create some content with them. That is a beautiful thing if you can get your mind around it. I know not everyone can.